Now know the name of the man police say started a standoff last night, lasting into early this morning. James C. is expected to be booked into the Baldwin County Jail today. Local 15's Darwin Singleton gives us an exclusive look at how police managed to end the standoff somewhat peacefully.
After hours of stalemate, what viewers saw live on Local 15 today was the beginning of the end. Oh, did you hear that? Our camera captured the very moment police used a flashbang device in their attempt to get to a man who had barricaded himself inside an apartment in Spanish Fort. But it wasn't over.
Listen.
Hear that?
Okay, something's happening.
It all began around 10 p.m. last night at Arlington Apartments when, police say, a man pulled a gun on his wife during an argument. And when he fired shots, they say, she left, called the police, and the standoff was on. And it got ugly. Spanish Fort Police Chief David Edgar.
The subject then barricaded himself in the apartment when police arrived, fired several shots through the door inside the apartment.
To the right of that is the kitchen window where all the bullet holes are.
Spanish Fort PD called in Daphne PD's special response team.
Started negotiations. Negotiations finally broke down. At such time they had to make a dynamic entry.
That dynamic entry allowed police to get inside and take the man into custody. He was taken to a hospital with minor injuries, the only injury in the entire incident. With the arrival of daylight came the collection of evidence, including a gun taken from the apartment. Remember, this is an apartment complex. A lot of people live here, and 17 apartments next to the one in question had to be evacuated, including the one that belonged to Lee Goggins, except he wasn't there. Police wouldn't let him anywhere near. He and his wife waited in a nearby Publix parking lot for
about 9 hours.
Holy cow. And the whole thing has left them puzzled.
We only moved in about 5 days ago, but I've spoken to him almost every morning since we moved in, and he's been perfectly friendly. It's kind of surprising. He and his wife normally sit outside every morning, every evening. We say hi to him. Perfectly reasonable people.
Reasonable until last night. Oh, did you hear that? In Spanish Fort, Darwin Singleton, Local 15 News.